Good morning. Today is Wednesday, October 25th. Holy cow, it's the end of the month already. My name is Marty Forrest. Still getting used to saying that? Yes, still getting used to that name. I still, out of habit, say Hicks, but my name is Marty Forrest. My website is helloextraordinarylife.com. Check it out. There's a free ebook there. You can sign up for that and get on my mail list so you are in the know of these calls every week. The subject. I am also available for one-on-one coaching, and I have a group mentor course that I do several times a year. I'm in the middle of one right now, so check out what that is about. And I don't have dates yet for next year, but you can check it out and see if that's something you might be interested in for next year sometime. Today, my topic is the benefits of gratitude. I decided I would change it up a little bit because I've been talking with several people who, when we get into our way of doing things and we get a little off track or a lot off track, and we're focusing on the things that are askew, we forget about being grateful. And it's about shifting our focus. People talk about the attitude of gratitude, and it's really a true, accurate statement. That attitude of gratitude. And when it finally clicks, that when I have an attitude of gratitude, my life is different because I see things different. And when I'm in the midst of something that's taken me off track, or something has shown up in my world that I'm not liking, or it's triggered me about some wound that is still there, then I'm off and running on that thing, and I forget about being grateful. And so I've been sharing with people and mentoring people about writing in a gratitude journal, because I can talk about gratitude all day long. I can tell you all the things I'm grateful for, but I'm not really feeling it. I can do that out of habit, right? I can tell you I'm grateful for these things and my life and how great it is. And when I suggest that you write a journal, 3 to 5 things minimum every day, you can do. I do mine in the morning. I was not doing it, though. I was suggesting it because I know the benefit, right? I used to do it. I did it for years, and then something happened, like life happens, and I stopped, and then I would do it a day, like working out. You know, when life happens, we stop doing those things that help us. Just human nature, I guess. So I realized, I better be the example. I can't just be lip servicing and telling others, oh, this is a really great tool, and not do it myself. I began writing began another gratitude journal. And not only what I'm grateful for, but why am I grateful for it? Because that drops me out of my head and into my heart. When I can get present to why I'm grateful for, today I was writing about my fur babies, my animals. We have 4 cats and a dog, and they bring joy to my life. This is my why. I am grateful for these babies in my life. They bring joy. They bring playfulness. They remind me to be fully present. And when I write out the why I'm grateful, that was the hook for me, because just writing out gratitude doesn't really bring my feeling to it and my presence to it. And when someone said, write why you're grateful for that, that hooked me into writing it and being more present all the time. That's one of the benefits of gratitude, is it brings me into the presence right now. And there are many, many. When I started writing, I noticed a shift instantly. I started shifting instantly because I start my day that way. I start my day in gratitude, writing at least 3. That's what I've been doing so far, is 3. And it takes, 5-10 minutes. It's not really hard. Sometimes I have to really sit and ponder, why am I grateful for my cats and dog, and why am I grateful for my husband, who's really so super amazing. When I'm irritated, I'm not thinking about that, right? So it may take me a minute to really get present to the why. It takes just a few minutes, and it sets the tone for my whole entire day. Which puts me in a state of gratitude all day. Even when I get a little bit off, And when things aren't going right, I can be grateful for the things that aren't going right, because I know on the other side of it, there's something really good. And I can be grateful in advance for the gift of that lesson or that transformation that's gonna come out on the other side of it, even though I may not like the present moment of what's happening and what I'm feeling. When I'm grateful for what's not right or what doesn't feel good, it helps me move faster through it. Another benefit. Helps me get through it a lot faster than if I'm just focusing on how I'm feeling crappy about something someone said to me, or I hurt someone's feelings and I didn't even know it and they told me, and then I'm feeling bad. And well, on the other side of that, there's always a gift. That's the evidence in my world. There's always a gift on the other side, and when I can remember it in the moment, I'll get there faster. I was looking up some statistics about gratitude because I thought, there's lots of benefits. I'm just going to go online and do Google, and I found an actual document. I copied it. I stole it, actually. I will send it in the email with the recording. So you'll have it. So you'll have it too, Nancy. So it'll shift us quite quickly, and it brings a whole lot happier state of mind. There was some, let me see if I can find the statistics. There were some statistics about gratitude generates social capital. In 2 studies with 243 total participants, those who were 10% more grateful than the average had 17.5% more social capital. I don't know what that really means. What's social capital? Having more people, having people that we can connect with. That's what that's what I feel like that means. That means when I'm grateful and I'm letting you know, hey, thanks for coming into my world and introducing yourself. I'm building capital with that person, and I'm acknowledging them, and I'm making a connection with them. So let's see. Here are some of the actual. In 2003, keeping a gratitude journal caused participants to report 16% fewer physical symptoms, 19% more time spent exercising, 10% had less physical pain, 8% had more sleep, and 25% had increased sleep quality. Now, as I was researching this a little bit, it talks about when you do your journal in the evening, it helps you sleep better. I do mine in the morning because it sets my day. I'll have to try it at night and see if that's actually accurate. It reduced depressive symptoms by 35% for several weeks. Gratitude journal lowered depressive symptoms by 30% plus for as long as the practice was continued. And that was in a Positive Psychology Progress in 2005. So there's a ton of benefits. Makes you more effective if you have a job, career, a parent. Makes you more effective with your children because you're focusing on what you're grateful for about your employees or your children or your mate. It strengthens our emotions, makes us happier. We have much more good feelings because we're focusing on what we're grateful for. You hear a lot of people talk about law of attraction and shifting our focus, and where you put your focus is what you attract to you. Well, if I'm grateful for my life, even when it doesn't look pretty all the time, I attract more of the gratitude, not the mess, but the gratitude. Let's see, it makes us more optimistic because of that shift in the focus. I find that I've actually noticed in the, I've been doing this about a week, 4 or 5 days, 6 days, because I realize that if I'm suggesting this to you, then I need to do it also. And I picked it up, and I noticed already the shift in my energy all day long is I'm in a much more contented, happy state. and I'm focused on what's going right in my world instead of all this. I'm so busy and I have all these things to do, and I just look at my calendar and go, oh, I have an opportunity, and I get to be grateful that I have the health and the stamina and the wherewithal to get these things done. I am very grateful for those things. When I'm focusing on, oh, I'm so busy and I'm so tired, that just depletes my energy instantly because I'm focusing on being tired. So what do I get more of? I get more tired. So it helps me to stay in that happier, healthier, lighter. It's a lighter place. And it also, there's some other things. It increases our self-esteem because we're focused on the good stuff. This is not always easy. When we're just learning or getting out of a place of low self-esteem, a place that we don't feel good, it's not always easy to find the things that we like or to really shift and to look at what's happening in our world as a good thing when our habit is to look at what's wrong. I have found the gratitude journal, just taking that time. And if you can't come up with 3, at least 1, and come up with different things. Although I realized that I was telling someone to write different gratitudes each day, make them different, because you can have the same gratitude, write it over and over and over, and then it just becomes this, I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for my husband. I'm grateful for my husband. But why am I grateful? Those were the things that are different. I could write every day I'm grateful for my husband. And I'm going to come up with something, a why, that's different every single day. And then that will lead into acknowledging him for those things. If you have children and you're writing about why you're grateful for your children, that's going to lead you to wanting to acknowledge them for those things that you love about them and why you're grateful for them. It keeps us in a physical, healthier state because we're focused on gratitude. That attitude that takes us a whole lot further than feeling our aches and pains and focusing on our aches and pains. I noticed this with my mom. She's been home a lot, probably isolating. I don't want to label it for her, but in my opinion, it's isolation. And so every time I see her or talk to her, she's got some other pain, some new thing, because she's got way too much time on her hands to focus on what her body's doing or not doing, because it's just me looking from the outside in. There's no higher purpose for her. She's not getting out of herself to do something else and focus on what's really good in her world. That she has friends, and she's financially stable. She has a place that's paid for. She's got kids that love her, grandchildren that love her. Focusing on those things. So I've just observed that she's got a new pain almost every time I talk to her, because that's what she's focusing on. She's not getting outside of herself. And I just noticed that. And I thought, I've been there. I've done that thing where all I can see is what's wrong with me or all these pains that I'm having. And when I shift away from that and begin getting out of myself and doing gratitude journals, I'm an encourager, an advocate for writing it because it's a visceral experience for us. And I'm more apt to take it with me in my day than to just think it in my mind. When I write it, it becomes more tangible. And I'm actually telling the universe that I want more of these things that I to be grateful for. And so more comes. I could probably talk a whole lot more about it. I'm going to stop there. How was that for you? Is that a lot?
Yes, you've reminded me many times to do my gratitude list, and I have to find the book I was writing it in, because I also started it, and I just loved it, and then I put it aside or somewhere special.
That safe place, I forgot.
Yeah, that safe place. And now that safe place is misplaced. But I agree, and I'm going to do that. I tried to start it with my family and get them to do it, but I never, just didn't take hold. And so, but like you, I'm guilty first. So if I can have them see me doing that, I read to them in the morning. I could also have a columns and have them pick 3 things and why, and I could write it for them while we're sitting here. And I think I'm going to try that.
Let them write it. I would encourage you to let them write it.
Well, I will.
Example.
But I need to start somewhere with them. And so if I start and do that for a couple of days in the morning or even for a week straight, and I said, I'm going to write this down, but I want you to take over, and I'll get them their own books, and I'll write in them for them while they're eating breakfast, and then I will give it to them for them to take on, after it takes hold, so to speak. At least I hope. Anyway, if I just send them in the room to do that, it might not happen.
Well, no, probably not. They're boys. But if it's a family event, it might happen.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I like that. To get your family involved. Yep.
Yeah, I'm just so, I think that'd be great. I'm grateful for your topic today.
Good. I talk a lot about, I know I talk a lot about like what's going on inside, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to change it up a little bit. I've been seeing a lot of shift happens. There's like the little play on words, and that's what happens when we do gratitude, and we are present to it and conscious of it. When we become mindful, then shift happens because we're shifting our perspective. I have two of my friends actually are authors in a book called Shift Matters. Your shift matters, or something like that. And I thought, well, how funny is that? That little play on words, and it's I want to be clear when I enunciate it instead of saying shift. So, anyway, thank you for joining me today. It's good to hear you on the call, and I will stop the recording here.